Hi there. This is John Barton from JB Cases, and I'm here today to introduce you to a line of cases that we've been doing for a while. We call it the Basic Rugged case. It's basically made out of nylon, and it's just what it sounds like. It's basic and it's rugged. This is a case that we have experimented with for mass production. Eventually we hope it will go into mass production. Right now it's in limited production. And basically I'm just going to introduce the features to you and show you the case. I made up a little sign here to kind of show you the price list. So this is our price list. The Basic Rugged Nylon case, you'll see a 1x2 is $80. And then it's just $10 increments all the way up to 4x8, which makes it $120. You can have it with an extra handle at the top for $15. You can have an extra pocket for $25, as many pockets as will fit on the case. The name on the case is free. And if you buy it from us, it's the shipping on it is $75. And let me just, while I'm speaking about free, let's explore some of the other free options that you get if you buy a case from us. You can customize these cases, and these are the things you would get for free. You can choose your color for free. You can choose your pocket sizes, also free. We don't charge you extra for smaller, larger, wider, higher pockets. You can choose the side of the case you want the handle on. That's also free. You can choose the strap position on the back, on the side, wherever you like. It's for free. And you can choose your interior color. We have 5 different colors to choose from, and that's also free at no charge. So, as with all of our other cases, you have a lot of custom options that come included, and then a few options which will cost you extra. But let me introduce the case to you and show you what you get, okay? So, we've been doing this case in basic black nylon for a while. This is the black nylon version. It comes with 2 pockets. Okay, and both pockets have what we call an L zipper, which means that you can open it up diagonally from here and be able to get into the pocket and see everything, no problem. As I said, each one comes with an L zipper, so it's easy to get in. And also, the lower pocket comes with an extra space here for a jump cue. So if you have a jump cue handle that's 14 inches or so, you can put it right in there, no problem. All of the cases have leather trim, which I'll show you again on the lighter cases. It's easier to see, but all of the stress points are reinforced with leather and extra heavy-duty stitching, so that the handles aren't going to tear off, nothing's going to break. And we use very comfortable ergonomic handles here. So these handles are shaped to your hand, they're comfortable, they don't slip, they have nylon mesh on the handle so that it absorbs the sweat from your hands, no problem. All high quality metal fittings here for the D-rings. Everywhere where the handles and stress points are is reinforced. The bottom is solid wood. All the cavity is sealed up. And we put heavy-duty rubber on the bottom so it's non-slip. So you don't have to worry about the bottom tearing up on your case, falling out, or any problems at all. All of the accents on the zipper pulls, the zippers we use, high-quality KEE zippers. Okay, these are the best in the world that you can get. We put leather zipper pulls on here, all riveted, so you don't have to worry about them falling off. The zippers go in either direction. They go in either direction, so whichever way is comfortable for you to open the case. And the interiors feature our Ultra Pad interior, which have extra padding to keep your cue from moving. It keeps it nice and secure. You can turn the case over, the cue doesn't fall out. Take any cue you like, stuff it right in there. Doesn't fall out, doesn't go anywhere. Yet it's easy to get out. Even one like this with a rubber grip stays right in place, doesn't move, and that applies to all the cues that you put in here. So the very same interior protection that we put in our $500 cases, 500 and up in our leather cases, we also put in our nylon cases. This is a $1,500 leather case right here. It's a custom case made for one of our customers. And as you can see, this case features the exact same interior inside as we put on our $110 basic rugged case. Okay, so you can have all the protection that we're known for, and you don't have to have all the fancy. You can have a nice, elegant, simple case that works perfectly to protect your cue, and it's got all of the same quality. Everything that we put into our higher end leather cases, except the amazing amount of decoration, goes into this case as well. So let me move on and show you some of the colors. We've expanded our line from basic black to 14 more colors. So for including black, we have a total of 15 colors. So I'm just going to run through these real quick and kind of go down the line and show you. But we have hot pink, and everything has black trim, black leather trim. So again, all the stress points here are done in black leather, and that's for strength and also for looks. And then we've made a hot stamp, so we stamped the rubber on the bottom just to show that it's our case. As you will see, eventually you're going to see copies out there on the market, because everybody, including our competitors, likes our designs. But over the years, the thing that they have consistently failed to do is they failed to do the interiors correctly, and they failed to do the stress points correctly, because doing the stress points this way takes time. And it's time that they don't want to spend, because if they spend the time, they're going to have to charge what we charge. So when you buy a case from us, you're buying something that's built to last for a long time. I would rather that you buy a new case because you get tired of this one. You just don't like the look anymore, rather than it falls apart. Okay? When you're done with this case, it's still going to work. You just give it to someone else or sell it, or whatever you want. Put it away in the closet and store cues. But you don't have to get rid of it because it's broken. All right, so that's my philosophy on case building, is the case should last as long as you want to use it. All right, so hot pink. Orange, this one's for the brave of heart, okay? We may not keep all these cases. We're going to keep some of these colors in stock, so we'll be able to make them custom on order. But the retailers may not want to stock them all. But anyway, orange. I guess this would be lavender, maybe, purple, a light purple. And this nylon is really elegant and durable. It's very nice, nice material. It doesn't scratch easily, and it really looks good. Here we have a light blue. Might call this a sky blue, maybe. We haven't really named the colors yet, so when you look on our website, you'll see them numbered as in from 1 to 16. This one's very elegant here. This one's a slate gray. It's really nice. And we make these cases, as I said, in 5 different sizes. So I'll show you the different sizes here in a moment. This one here is a brown, chocolate brown. I'm not sure how this is coming out on video here. I'll see it later, but anyway, this is a nice chocolate brown. It's very elegant. Then we have a sandy tan or a beige, more of a sand color. This is very pretty. Now some of you may be wondering, well, what about the light colors? Will they get dirty? Yes, they will, like a light anything else. But this is easy material to clean. A little bit of soap and water, it cleans right up, so it's no problem. Okay, here we have a navy blue. a very dark blue, almost black. It's very pretty. Okay, what else do we have here? Let me move some of these over. Okay, this one here is a light pink, kind of a peachy color a little bit. I would say not peachy really, just more of a light pink. More of a skin color or something, I don't know. Anyway, it's very pretty. These are going to make a great Christmas gift. If you go ahead and get your order in now, we do have a few in stock. As you see the way that they're built, if you want a custom order, we can generally turn that around in a few days. Okay, now this is a very pretty, this is my personal favorite right here, just because I'm a guy that likes blue. So I like this. I guess you'd call this maybe an electric blue or something like that, if it were pool table cloth. Okay, this one here, I guess this one's more of a peach. I'm not sure, pink. You guys can figure it out yourself, whatever color. We'll have a number on it, so that one doesn't really turn me on personally, but I'm sure there's somebody out there who likes it. Red. Okay, this is kind of a Ferrari red or a Porsche red, whichever way you want to look at it. Red, red. Okay, and you'll notice something on here as I turn these cases. You'll see the zipper on the side. Now, the reason that we do the zipper on the side is because that's how we use the zipper as the seam. So it allows us to do a lot more with the pockets and the stress points and everything, so we don't have to turn the case inside out when we make it. So that way I can work on the case when it's totally flat and just take the zipper off, the zipper head, and then it becomes the seam of the case. So we think that it adds a little bit to the case, kind of adds a little bit of flair. So far, for the last couple years, all the cases that we've been making with that seam, everyone seems to like them. So we're just going to keep doing that. And it allows us, like I said, to do a lot more with the construction of the case. We can reinforce the pockets. We can just do so much more to make a better case by using this technique. All right, this is another one of my favorites here. This one is like a kind of a lighter brown. And I like this one a lot. It's more of a, I guess, a golden brown maybe. And also I want to mention that on our shoulder pads are nice and thick, and they have non-slip rubber on the pad part. So when you put it on your shoulder, the case doesn't move. It stays exactly where you put it and doesn't move. As well, the cases are also lighter. This nylon material is very light, so leather is very heavy, and you just can't get around that. I mean, you know, basically, the thicker the material, the heavier it is. And with nylon, because you've got such a great weave in here, you can make a very strong and very durable material, but also keep it thin, which means it stays lighter. So that's why it's used in so many other applications around the world. You know, backpacks, parachutes, everything you can imagine is made with nylon. Simply because the weight to strength ratio is incredible. So it's just become such an awesome material. And for our basic rugged case, it's great to use as well because it keeps the case basic and rugged. And looks good if you like nylon. You know, a lot of people like the look of a good nylon. So that's why we're making this case. This one here is kind of a silvery gray. Right here, also comes out looking really nice. It may look white on the, more white, but it's actually more of a silver in person. So, now, this is a 2x3. Okay, now, another thing about our cases is that we have, this one's not quite done yet, but we have made up a way to take a normal 2x2, okay, a case that would normally hold 2 butts and 2 shafts, and reconfigured it so that it will hold 2 butts and 3 shafts inside. So as I said, this one's not quite done yet, but so I'm not going to show you the interior. But But basically, you can see how nice and small that is. It fits easily in one hand. Very nice and slim. So if you have, for example, a brake cue with one shaft, a playing cue with one shaft, and maybe a jump cue with one shaft, that's 3 shafts. Put your 2 butts in here, and you put the jump cue butt right here on the side, and that's all the case you need right there. Nice and lightweight. Okay, now moving on. This is our 4x8, our 3x6, and our 1x2. So this is an example of a 4x8 right here. I'll show you the size on that. Let's see what the interior looks like. Again, this one's not completely done, but let's take a look. So that holds 4 butts and 8 shafts inside of it. And so you can see that's a big one. Now I don't know who's going to want a big pink 4x8, but anyway, we've made a couple for sample, so either someone will buy it or we'll sponsor it. We'll give it away to a tournament or something and make it a sponsor case. One way or the other, it'll get used. Now this is a 3x6 right here. Now one thing that our 3x6s are about the same size as a lot of people's 2x4s. A lot of people make inefficient cases where they wrap a bunch of hard foam around the cues. And what happens is that makes for a much bigger case than it needs to be. So our 3x6 is very efficient. You can't really see this one, this particular one. You might not be able to see that really well because it's black. But I think I showed you the 3x6 here a moment ago with the red interior. This one got a black interior or a red interior? Let's see. Oh, it's got a blue. Okay, so this will be easier. So with the blue interior here, you can easily see it holds 3 butts and 6 shafts, and it's just incredibly efficient. The size of our case is really, if you compare it to a lot of people's 2x4s, I'm not going to mention any names, but there's other competitors out there that make a case that's bigger, heavier. It's got a really nice design, but they had to overbuild it just to get this design, and that's not what we do. We try to stay really efficient with the way we build cases. We start out with a very efficient interior, and then we put as little as possible around that interior to build up the case and make it a functioning and secure case. So you'll not find with our cases, you'll find generally with our cases that they're smaller and lighter and more efficient, but just as strong or stronger than what the competitors put out. I've been doing this now for almost 5 years, but before that I owned in-stroke cue cases, and I did that for 13 years, and I built that company from nothing. And the whole impetus for that, for me starting in-stroke, was cue protection. I had a really nice case. My cue fell out of it when it got knocked off a table. So I took the case home and I rebuilt it, and I put padding in, and I made it where you could turn the case upside down and the cue would not come out. But if you wanted it out, you just reach in, take it out with 2 fingers, and the cue comes right out. But if you turn it over or it falls over, the cue won't come out. So that's the whole core of what I'm about as a case maker and what JB Cases is about. So we work on security, protection, and efficiency, and then we just build up something that looks nice and works nice around that. But even at that, we try to stay very clean and very efficient, but yet durable, and we don't overbuild things just for design purposes. So we keep that in mind when you're looking out there at cases. A lot of cases might look really cool, but they're too heavy, they're too big, they're not built properly, they're not paying attention to the stress points, and you might end up paying for a case that could damage your cue because the interior is not done right. Now, I say that because I have taken apart just about every case you can imagine. Back here on the wall back here is a whole series of cases. I'll move the camera over a little bit so you can see. This is this is like dozens of cases from different manufacturers and different brands that I've collected over the years. And what I do basically is I take them apart. I want to see how these cases are built. Okay? I want to know what my competitors are doing. All of my competitors. That includes my custom case competitors, the production case competitors. You know, I want to know, are we better than these guys still? Or are we worse? Are they doing something better than me? Because I want to offer the best possible case to my customers. So I'm not ashamed to tell you that if I find them doing something that's better than me, I'll steal it. You know, if it's okay to do that. I mean, if it's not a patented thing, you know. But if I'm able to take that and modify it and bring it into our cases, then I will. If they're doing something better than us. Unfortunately, most of what I see is cases that are not better than ours. I see shortcuts that have been taken. I see materials that have been used that are not really good for the cue. As hard as this is to believe, I see people using liners that you would not polish your cue with. If you had a brand new cue and I gave you some of this material and I said, polish this cue with this, you would look at me like I'm crazy. You know, they use very rough fabric or very rough nylon with very paper or fibers that almost feel like sandpaper. Now, this stuff might not hurt your cue. I haven't really tried it that much to do it to see if it's going to scratch your cue. So it's very likely that the stuff might not scratch your cue. But why take a chance? Why not put a good fabric in that's soft to the touch, wicks away moisture, and you're sure that it won't scratch a cue, as opposed to something that might scratch a cue, and also when you feel it in your hand and you touch it, the perception is that you would not want this stuff to touch your cue. But yet, these makers put it on there where the cue slides up and down on this rough material. We don't do that. We put in nice soft material into the case. We back that with padding, and we engineer it so that we're sure that nothing at all can happen to your cue while it's inside the case. I mean, that's what you buy a case for primarily, right? Is to have protection. So anyway, that's what we do. Let me show you. Let me end this with the 1x1 here. Oh, sorry, 1x2. This is a 1x2 case right here that we're doing, and this is a beautiful little case for transporting. I mean, if you just need to go to the pool room. You don't want to carry a lot of stuff with you. We can do this case with pockets. We haven't done one yet with pockets, but if you want pockets, we can put pockets on it. And as you can see, we have a cute little D-ring here. We made a small, for this particular one, instead of using the big D-ring, we use a small D-ring, and we use smaller swivels on here, so everything's nice and cute and proportional to the case, but still just as strong, just as reinforced, so no problem there. I'm not sure what interior is in this case. Let's take a look. Oh, a red one. These are all made for a customer, so he picked out the interiors. I mean, normally I wouldn't pick the red interior with the hot pink, but that's what he wanted. But anyway, that's a 1x2. So there you go, folks. I appreciate, all through these years, I appreciate all the business that you guys have given us. As I say a lot on the AZ Billiards forum and in other venues, as a case maker, we run the whole gamut from high-end custom cases all the way down to doing production prototypes. We work with different companies to do prototypes for them and help them to improve their cases. We do the whole operation here, and then we'll go, if necessary, we'll go to a factory and we'll teach them what to do so that the end result is a better case for the customer. Here in our shop, we make the custom cases, as you saw here. We make the full custom cases. And not only do we make the tube cases like this, we make butterfly styles, we make other different styles that we've come up with. We're constantly innovating, constantly trying to figure out new ways and better ways to make cases. For example, the magnetic latch here on this leather case, you'll see here there's no moving parts at all to break. It just flips over and it's closed. And that'll last hundreds of years right there. So those are neodymium magnets. They lose 10% of their power every like decade or so. So 100 years before these will run out of power. So that's that's what we do. So let me just remind you real quick. The basic rugged case is 1x2 80, all the way up to 120, shipping $75. Sorry about the shipping. We're here in China. This is where I live. This is where I work. And unfortunately, that's the price to ship stuff. Sometimes it's a little more, sometimes it's a little less. I've just made it a flat 75. If you look around on the web, you can possibly find other dealers that will offer a lower price on shipping because they're able to figure out a way to get it. Like some of my dealers, they like to ship it out of China to another country, and then from that country, some of them subsidize the shipping a little bit. Hopefully in the future, well, I know that in the future, some of my dealers are going to be carrying these in the USA, and they then, of course, will bring a mass quantity of cases over, so therefore the price will be lower. You won't have to pay that shipping cost. However, as I said, if you want to get the case directly from us, which is fine with me, or you can buy it from my dealers or through my dealers, either way, whatever way makes perfect sense to you financially, that's the way that I want you to go. All I want to do is show you what we do and what's possible, so what you can have. I don't really want to charge you the $75 in shipping, but I have to charge what I'm charged. I'm not making any money on the shipping. So just remember though that if you want to get a custom case for not much more money, you can get the case customized just about any way you want it to be. So if you go to my website, go to the Basic Rugged page, which is going to be called basicrugged.html. Okay, there'll be a prominent link, but just go to cases by name or models and find the Basic Rugged case, and I will show you on there some of the custom stuff that we've done for other people in this style, so you can get an idea what a longer pocket looks like or what an extra handle looks like. Anyway, that's it. So let's finish up, and I'll give you one more tour real quick of my favorite one, the blue one. This is a 3x4. I don't even know if I showed you the interior of the 3x4. That one's in black. Let me find one that's in a lighter color here. Oh, here we go. This one's in blue. Okay. Now, this is a 3x4. I'm sorry I'm kind of rambling here, but this is a 3x4. Now, normally for most people, this would be a 2x4 or less, but this is a much more efficient size, and I made it where you can fit 3 butts and 4 shafts, or if you like, 2 butts and 5 shafts. So in that space right there. So that's why we call it that. If you happen to be confused about not seeing a 2x4 option with us, it's because we have made this more efficient. The normal 2x4 size, we have made it more efficient so that you can fit 2x5 or 3x4. Alright, so anyway, let's finish up with one more little tour of the case. This one's one of my favorites. Not my exact favorite, but the one I like real well. Leather trim. Nice long, well padded shoulder strap. Heavy duty metal fittings. Reinforced stress points. The bottom on here with heavy duty rubber. Imprinted with our name, JB Cases. We do all that in-house, by the way. We just made our own stamp, and we do that ourselves. So we do almost everything ourselves. We are the builders of the cases, okay? We don't give this out to another factory, or if we do, we'll tell you. We'll tell you which ones are factory made, which ones are made in our workshop. This is my workshop. Everybody's at lunch right now, but I might as well show you a little bit. It's still dark, but this is our workshop right here, and in this workshop I've got 15 people basically working for me, and together with them we do everything that you see that you see on my website. We make the interiors from scratch. We invent new ways. We've got a whole wall over here with experiments that you can't see. I've shown that in some of my other videos. But basically we are a full-fledged case maker. And I would say that you know, this sounds a little arrogant maybe, but I think that as far as making pool cue cases goes, we are probably the most diverse and the most capable of making cue cases on the planet right now, as far as insofar as the tube style case goes. This type of case or butterfly cases. The only kind of cases that we really don't make at the moment is wooden box cases. I just haven't gotten into that yet. I don't want to build a wood shop, so we haven't really gotten into the wooden box cases. But other than that, as far as the rest of the cue cases go, we are. I think that we are probably more capable of doing them and doing them well than just about any other case maker on the planet. That's not to say that we're always better than those guys, because there's a lot of good case makers out there, especially custom case makers, folks. But as far as these types of lower end semi-production cases, I don't think that many of the other factories are doing work that's as good as ours. And I just want you to know that, you know, if you get a case from us, the thing that I worry about more than anything is something breaking on the case. And so I build it so that minimizes the chance of anything breaking. And if something does break, I'll get you taken care of. Okay? I'll make sure that somehow the case is fixed or replaced, or you're otherwise made whole if anything happens to break. Okay? So anyway, that's it. Happy Thanksgiving, I guess, to all the people who celebrate that. To all the people in the rest of the world, have a great day. I know this video has been long, and if you stuck around all the way to the end, then you probably really want a cue case. Anyway, thanks a lot. Take care. Bye-bye.